Màn hình tôi vẫn đang share gì?
Đúng rồi.
Đây. This is team head presentation. The first one is direct and manage project. Direct and manage project work process is a method is to perform a project work that defines the project management plan. In general, initiating a project involve various departments working toward a common goal. Usually, a team are well structured and managed when they associate them with the same department, but when the team involved are from various departments, the reporting process becomes a task. As a project interface include both formal and informal boundary and relationship among team members, departments, and organization. Managing such interface become a crucial function for a project manager. Feature of direct and managed project work, producing the project deliverable by executing the project management plan, integrating the approved trends, detect defect repair, conservative and preventive action, implementing the plan, method, process, and standard, and producing and distributing status information. If carefully observed, the developing and managing project execution process has the same control access point and mentioned in the method of producing a project charter and project management plan. Directing and managing project execution component include the input, output, and tools such as project management plan, project document. Let's take a look at the comment in detail. The second one is person from quality assurance. Performing quality assurance ensure that the process are in a place to the project deliverable at application level of quality. In the project management body of knowledge, quality assurance is part of executing process group and it performed through the duration of project. When quality assurance active, identify a quality problem which lead to project change. The project management plan may need to be updated. A project manager might investigate a quality problem such as the lack of the cost are prone to break during shipping and make change to the production process, whether the solution is to strengthen the lab, um, changing the location with the packet, or changing the shipping method. The work that is in falls under category of quality assurance. assurance. Through the development project, the project manager must perform quality audits, which range from basic internal inspection to extreme collision consultant audits, with the goal of identifying the major quality issues. Quality assurance asks the following question. First is, what are the application quality standards? The second is, how will quality be measured? Third, the third is, who measure it? What will be measured? How many units? Which time? And which process? Next is, when will it be measured? And finally, what is the criteria for rejection? Quality assurance and quality control. This is a frequent source of confusion. Quality assurance creates a system to measure and control quality, order to create confident and quality product will be produced. Quality control measure the quality level of individual product deliverable and accept reject them based on the criteria developed by quality assurance. Quality control data is input into the quality assurance process. Since the process to measure quality might need to change to provide better assurance quality. Quality assurance audits. Quality system should be constantly audited to ensure the process being used producing quality product. The audit involves analyze quality control data to determine if a quality problem exists, and revising the minimum quality standard if necessary. Next is identify process improvement that will increase the quality. Performing root cause analysis to determine necessary improvement, and determining preventive action to deter future and quality issue. The project management team should always be on the lookout for improvement to the process be used. The root cause and can often be difficult to determine, so it is important to perform the necessary background research. Developing preventive action, he often one of the best way to develop confidence in the quality of the deliverable. The stakeholder who see consistent high product quality will gain confidence and allow a bit of breathing room when a quality issue occurs. A quality audit can compare quality control data with other projects within the organization to see how the project is doing related and private projects. They can also share with the client and or project sponsor. Next is
my name
acquire and develop project team. This is um, Trần Minh Vương will presenting.
Vương hay tôi?
Um, 5.3 acquire and develop project team. The acquire project team process involves the process of obtaining those specific people need to accomplish all process of the given project. Ultimately, the team members would all bring a specific qualification and capabilities to the project team, or through when work lasts requires so duplicity may be required. Oftentimes, the ultimate selection of a project team is made by the project management team. In addition to goal of diversifying the team and acquiring team members that bring differing access to the team. A number of other factors should be considered when choosing the team members. Those factors include a series of enterprise environmental factors such as work experience, availability, and cost, among others. Derivation of career and consist project organization charts and formulation of a through staffing management plan. Once the team has been properly staffed, the next step or outputs of the process involves staffing our assessment to the team, determining availability. Next slide. The development project team process is the second HR process in the executing process group, and the intern is to improve the competencies of team members through training and enhances the interactions of team members through team building. The fun stuff, there are a number of tricky quests used to develop two project team interpersonal or soft skills such as empathy, influence, creativity, group facilitation, training team members to enhance their competencies, team building activities to progress them through the state of team develop, forming, and running and performing. Establishing ground rules set by the team members, corrupting the team into one physical location, incenting the team through the due recognition and rewards. And the next 5.4 is Xuân Trọng.
Ủa, hình như không thấy Khánh, màn hình của Khánh nữa sao ấy?
Khánh vẫn đang sâu mà.
The 5.4 is managed project team. The managed project team process checks team member performance, provides feedback to the team members, resolve issue, manage change to optimize project performance, and may also involve disciplinary escalation to the functional manager, the unfunded staff, the tool and technical due to manage the project team includes observing and conversing with your team members. That actually knocking and talking to the people on your team. Step away from the computer, providing project performance appraisal on team members, utilizing the appropriate conflict management approach, confronting problems, solving, compromising, fixing, smoothing, withdrawing, and collaborating, leveraging an issue not to manage the open issues within the project. Next slide. The 5.5 distribute information. Project information distribute involve creating conditions that allow relevant information to distributed and disseminated among the project stockholders and the project team. Airplane project information distribution is based on the respective process. The process of distributing information is an activity that allows making relevant information available for the requesters, the project stockholder, and the project teams. In the person identified in the project communication plans, the distributing information process is used throughout the whole project lifecycle to allow implementing the project communications plan and the spotting to request for information. The process can be effectively managed due to implementation of the project information distribution technical and model needs in the project communication plan. Next slide. There are three basic forms of communication that define information distribution formats: face-to-face communications, group or individual meetings. Next, three hard copy communication, letter, paper reports, electronic communications, email, video conference, voice chat. Effective distribution of relevant information rely on the selection information distribution methods and ensure the right people, the project stakeholder, and the project team receive and send information about project, helping evaluate and make decisions. Methods of distributing project information include publishing respective project information from the stakeholders on public computer communications networks, organizing individual and group meetings, audio, video conference, seminar, and web webinar and phone calls, permitting a subscriber to access selected portion of respective project information, arranging chats and using project internet styles. Next slide. During the process of distributing information, the project manager ensure that communications channels are clear and nothing blocks information flows. The project manager takes responsibility for controlling the updating process that is operated by the following status update information. Stakeholder notification, project reports, summarize and records, project presentations, feedback, stakeholder, listens, learn, records, and log. Next slide. Sao chứ? The 5.6 manage stakeholder expectations. Manage stakeholder expectations is the ensure that all stakeholders are actively managed throughout the project and get up to date with the latest appropriate information. Each stakeholders are properly managed, then a myriad of issues can start to arise that may threaten the project objective. It not deal with swiftly. For this reason, the process of many stakeholder expectation is to identify stakeholder issues or concerns in the timely manner and then to resolve the swiftly and proactive manner. Since stakeholder who will exist from the earliest beginnings of a project, then this process will need to perform from that point until the close of the project. For this reason, many stakeholder expectations from part of the executing process group. Next slide. There are six main inputs. The many stakeholder process. The first one is the stakeholder register. The second one, stakeholder management strategy. The three, project management plan, and the four is not first at the five channel, and the six organizational process access. One, the stakeholder register. The stakeholder register provides a list of all the relevant stakeholder as they are the key people that you will be communicating with. This register list and describes on as the project stakeholder and classify them. Not all stockholders will need to just equal, as some of them are more important than others, and in addition, may have more authority and power. For the reason, it's important to need each stockholder and consider the impact of and influence, and he classifies them. Okay. Next slide. To stakeholder management strategy. When you see a document called strategy, then you will know that this describes how what it means by that many stakeholder may have a positive or negative outlook for project, and this document describes how to maximize positive stakeholders and minimize or mitigate those with a negative view of project. This information will be helpful in helping to manage stockholder expectations throughout the project. Next slide. The third project management plan. The document of particular interest here is a communications management plan which defines who should receive project communications. That communications should say receive, who should send the communication, how the communication will be sent, how often such communication will be updated. The definition of common understanding of communication terms. For issue log, any issue has the potential to return to project objectives, and this is equally so for problems concepts considering communication issues can both disrupt the project performance of project and also impact many stakeholder expectations. The result is an important input here, and it is where all issues for the project is it needs to recorded and their progress and ultimate resolution is checked. Next slide. Change can affect any part of the project, and in particular, any potential change may have an effect on communication effects and hence can affect stakeholder interest. For these reasons, the change not is an important input to the process of many stakeholder expectations. The sixth organizational process assess the environment, tools, and techniques of communication will be applied by us by the environment and organization within which the project is being run. Organizational process assess which may have to manage stakeholder expectations include organizational procedure and organize historical information from previous similar projects. Communication aspect of reasons learned, communication templates and distribution lists, and that have been particularly useful in previous similar projects. There are four main process of the management stakeholder expectations. One is organization process as update. Two, the second channel request. The third project management plan updates. The fourth project document updates. Next slide. One organization process asset for updates using the example state above. It implies that sub assets may be refined and tuned. The objective here is to improve such asset in terms of communication approach, tools, or techniques to add future similar process change requests. The approach, tools, and techniques of communication management may need to refine or change a project progress. This output is present such requests to integrate change control for consideration as to whether or not this request should be implemented. Next slide. Three the third in project management plan updates. This primarily concerns the communications management plan being updated and as a result of progress thus far. However, as a result of communication management change, there may be updates to other documents within the project management plan. An example here might be the update of risk on their response or a change to cost baseline and consequence of modifying the communication management plan. The fourth for project document updates. This follow on from above point. In that document not contained within the project management plan may also need to be modified. An example here may be the acceptance criteria. There are three important tools you manage stakeholder expectation. The first, communication methods. The second, interpersonal skill. And the third, management skills. What the first, communication methods. Frankly, the most efficient and effective method is face-to-face communication, either in meeting or individually, as this has been proven to best way to resolve stakeholder communication issue and is reflective in a best practice. Such communication outcome should be followed up in writing. For example, the sending of an email to summarize agree action and decisions. Next slide. The second, interpersonal skills in project manager will be at the center here in terms of their skill. But it has also apply to any member of the project team. This called the soft skill refer to an individual ability to build trust and delivery any message clear and positively. The third management skills as stated above, it is a project manager's ability that namely influence manage stakeholder perception about project. This reinforce the importance of the project management manager to have a solid command of communication, motivation, and leadership skills. In 5.7 conduct procurement will presentation with Aziz.
The five.
Nam vào phòng chưa?
Rồi tôi vào rồi. Đây để tôi
không trình bày 5.7 đi.
Ok. So I want to talk about 5.7 conduct procurement. The procurement management plan also contain what will be procured for the project, how a seller will be selected, what type of contract will apply to this procurement, how own risk and seller will be managed, including how their performance will be measured. It's a conduct procurement data follow diagram. There are two main rules involved within contract procurement. The first is buyer. This rule represents the organization who is purchasing the goods or service from seller. The second is the seller. This rule represents the organization who providing or delivering the goods or service to buyer. The project manager may feel answer or boss the above rule. And the conduct procurement activity. The first is I choose the best package to potential seller and how buyer conference evaluate potential seller proposal. Select the winning seller proposal.
Ok.
And the Chinese.
Đấy, thế là xong slide. Đến phần thuyết trình slide của nhóm 8. Alo, mọi người nghe thấy tôi nói không?
And record.
Định để đây để ấy luôn.
Có như thế à?
Thôi được, tôi stop cái này trước nhé.